Morning, guys. Contrary to popular belief, some people think the grass don't be wet, but I think it do. Well, let's just get this video started off right. Got my 5.5 pump from Pressuretek. Been going strong for a long time. Now it's in the trash. So I get these from my supplier, and then I'll empty it into there. And normally I'll take about half of that out and I'll put it in, and I just transfer it, hook that transfer pump up, bring it over here, hook it into that valve, shut it off, shoot it up through there. All right. The problem I had today is the transfer pump went out. Well, I have on this is my flush valve. So what I end up having to do is take my filter off my flush valve, connect the two hoses. It doesn't have to look like this, but I had to connect these two hoses. As y'all know, that runs to my Everflo pump and comes out over here on this side. And then I'll take it up there and I'll cam lock it onto that Polybraided hose. Well, what I had to do today is run it out through here. The hose that was on this, I had to clamp off, put onto here, and then take up and get up there and pump it in. Okay, well, you say, well, John Boy, he pressure washes and he batch mixes, so that's what I'm gonna do. Trust me, batch mixing's great, but it makes things like this right here a headache. I'm sitting on a hill. Now, if you got all your stuff on flat surfaces, it's not that big a deal. But I'm sitting here on a hill, and I was about as full right there. Everything that goes in here was gonna have to get ran through with the pump. So what I did is this 15-gallon tank that I have, I filled it up, 15 gallons of bleach, and pumped it through. Now I filled it up with 15 gallons of water, and now it's going to pour through there. What would normally be my flush valve is filling up my water tank. So I'm going to get 15 gallons of water flushed through this tank, but I'm going to be mixing my batch. Guys, if you have a blend manifold, if you have proportion of valve, metering valves, you could just fill the bleach up with however much water or bleach you want, fill the water up with how much water you want. If you're going to run soap, put the soap in there, and then just let it all come out into one. You don't have to go, all right, well, I got 15 gallons here, and then I got to add 15 gallons to this to make it 50-50. If that's what you got to do, it's what you got to do. That's what I got to do until I end up changing this rig over and making room for the other stuff up there. That's what I'm doing. Now, is it horrible? Is this going to kill me to have to do it this way? No, it's not. But it's just a hassle. But you have to be able to get the right amount. Now, I've looked into getting flow meters, and I don't know what the guy's channel is, but he recommended one, and it's like $300. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. They have some cheap ones on Amazon, but I would have bet the second I ran bleach through it, it wouldn't work anymore. So, but I don't know that. So we got that much water left. Normally when I flush the pump out in the end of the day, I just flush it out and just a little bit, maybe 2-3 gallons, and that's always good. This pump here that shot, I mean, I'm not gonna dog it out or anything. I pumped my in-laws pool out twice with this. I pumped my in-laws boat out with this. My mama's house flooded at the basement once. I pumped it out with this. I have used it on I don't know how many roofs, how much concrete, how many gallons that I've ran from you know, batch mixing and using this as a transfer pump and then rinsing it out. I mean, it has been a great pump. It's electric. I have an extension cord out here, and that's probably what I'll go back with, just because it was really simple. I could hook it up and I'll be good to go. They're a little bit more than just a regular 12 volt, but they're great. I don't know what happened to that one. I just don't have any juice on it whatsoever. It didn't try to come on and go off or anything like that. It just does it. And let me make this just a little bit easier. This right here. It's been a great pump. Came from Pressuretek. It came with my very first soft wash kit. I've used it for a transfer pump for 2 years now. And like I said before that, I washed houses, roofs, driveways. I mean, and it's transferred every gallon of bleach that I've gotten in the last 2 years. So normally, I got that drop tube hooked to that and going into there and up to there, and then I have this, and that just has a filter on it to flush it. But when you got to when you have to improvise, then you got to improvise. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting all this water sucked through this thing. And you know, once I get that took care of, you know, I'm dogging on batch mixing because it's just easier than, you know, it's easy to have when you got the metering valves. You just feel, but either way, you still got to get the bleach up there. I could meter that all day, but I still wouldn't have, I could meter this all day, but I'd still have to pump the bleach up here. The biggest thing today was just getting everything I needed up here. So I hear air coming out. I'm full. Just wanted to give you guys a little thing. Sometimes you got to improvise. I mean, you really do. You can watch all the videos on YouTube you want, and a lot of them guys will show you the highlight reels and show you what they do and all that, but I'm just going to be real with you. Sometimes it ain't, I mean, you've heard me say it ain't all great. Last week I had to reschedule jobs. I had a hose blow. I had check valves go bad. I needed oil changes. And then I was already set up to go. And then I come out today, my pump here doesn't want to work. I mean, it has absolutely nothing. So, you know, you just got to be able to figure it out. I thought, well, I'll just reschedule it and order another pump. And then I was like, no, I know I got some stuff out there. And that's why I don't ever, well, I don't want to say I don't ever, but that's one reason why I don't throw my fittings away, because I never know what I'm going to end up using. Like I said, this one here is my flush valve, or my flush fitting. When I'm done using the pump, if I'm got a roof wash, if I'm, you know, doing a driveway or whatever, when I get done, I pour the water in the bucket, stick this down in it, flip that valve, and then I'm rocking and rolling. So I'll climb up there, pull that out. This is a shut off that I had on there a couple years ago. I mean, I didn't know if I'd ever use it again, but I did today. This here is, this right here came off of my pump. Well, I keep this plug right here. This is what hooks into my hose reel. Well, I keep this plug plugged in just so there's no dirt and debris gets in it when it's sitting, you know, back here in the back of the truck. Well, it just so happened I could stick my hose onto that and run it through there. So gotta always be improvising, guys. I always gotta improvise and know how to improvise and know what to do. So these pumps fit 5.5 Everflo. They are great. They last a long time. I don't want to say it and jinx it and it'll mess up tomorrow, but the batteries, once you charge them, they last a good time. The pumps last good. So I got to get off here. It's my time for the day, unhook everything, and now I got to go order another pump. So you guys take it easy, and we'll catch you next time.